Hello viewers, good morning. This is National Orientation Agency, Rivers State, Nigeria. Welcome to another edition of AUA Rivers State Dialogue. AUA Rivers State Dialogue is a live streaming program on Facebook. On this platform every Friday 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. As part of our mandate, we bring discussions that inform, educate, sensitize citizens on government policies, programs and activities. And we also entertain feedback in form of comments, questions or suggestions from our viewers. My name is Ellis Ruria Dapa, your host. Remember, this program is brought to you by National Orientation Agency with support from UNICEF. Last week Friday on this program, we talked about child trafficking and child labor in the pandemic era. While the illegal business of child trafficking and child labor is thriving in Nigeria, their modus operandi and the effort of government agencies in tackling this scourge. Today, in continuation of our program on risk communication and community engagement with the broad theme COVID-19 and child survival, we are going to discuss yet another interesting topic, and the topic is combating COVID-19 through sanitation and hygiene practices. And with me in the studio, we have a gentleman, the General Manager of Rivers State Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Agency, Mr. Napoleon Ada. GM, you're welcome. Our viewers, you can be part of this program by sending in your comments, your suggestions, or questions as the program progresses. Now, let me come back to you. Jay, today we are going to discuss COVID-19 and trying to combat it through using sanitation and hygiene. Can you tell us the relationship between these two main things, COVID-19 and good sanitation and hygiene on the other hand? What is the relationship between the two?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Like I rightly prepared with COVID-19 is just a latest scourge that has taken over the news and credits of the world as a disease, so to say. And we have been told that the only way we can fight this pandemic is by way of giving social distance, and at the same time we have to live good sanitary behavior, so to say. For us, we believe that for us to combat this scourge, the logical conclusion, we must provide water. Water and sanitation is key and is the number one injection or drug that can eradicate COVID-19 in our society.
So what you are trying to tell me that there's a relationship?
Yes. Because
there must be good water.
There must be good water, there must be good sanitation.
Yes, for us to fight
the scourge.
Yeah, okay. Let me take you to another. In a report by Federal Ministry of Water Resources and UNICEF, published in November 2020, in the report it says 70% of Nigerian households are accessible to basic drinking water facilities. The same report also states that 167 million homes in Nigeria do not have access to hand washing facilities, especially talking in the context of COVID-19 pandemic, which has, from what you say, hand washing is a critical prevention practice. My question is, following the data, from the data we say 167 million homes in Nigeria don't have access to hand washing facilities. And you have told us here that water and hand washing is very important when you talk about COVID. COVID-19. So following this data, how do you think Nigeria can combat the virus? How do you think?
They say 70% household in Nigeria has access to basic water facility. They are not far from the truth. In the sense that I know that we have water in all our homes, maybe whether private or through government provision. But as we leave our houses to public places, we have hand washing facilities placed in those public places because we advise people at the critical moment you must wash your hands at least for 20 seconds. For 20 seconds you wash your hand at critical points. As I recall when we were in primary school back in the days, we used to have a hand washing basin placed close to the signboard. After the teacher, after the class, then we were using chalk. The teacher would just go, put his hand inside the bin and wash his hand very well. But at a point, it was not there. But now we are now saying we have to go back to what we used to practice. That is why it's like during this COVID-19, under the Risk Communication and Engagement Committee, which OWASA and UNICEF work together, we made sure that hand washing facilities were provided in about 25 points in Port Harcourt and beyond. That is to say that we have to, that culture has to come back. We have to make sure that in all public places, marketplaces, motor parks, anywhere we find ourselves that is a public place, we must make sure that hand washing facilities are provided. And by so doing, we will fight this pandemic to its extent. Then coming back to the household issue, the 70% protection or resource that was given, I agree, but we still need more. We still need more in the sense that there are some houses you go, they don't have water. They lack water facility in various areas. So we are encouraging people to make sure that they have water in their various homes. So you're talking about is it open education or something?
No. I said about 167 million in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Households in Nigeria don't have homes, don't have access to the hand washing.
That is the point I just made now.
Yeah.
That there is need for us to make provision for hand washing facilities in all public places,
Yes.
so that it will go a long way in making sure that the habit of hand washing is inculcated in our people, in our communities, in our society. Anywhere we find ourselves, in all strategic positions, there should be hand washing facility provided for the people.
And you said here, you said that you provided,
Yes.
some hand washing facilities at some different spots in Port Harcourt.
Yeah, university.
I'm sure last year it was very difficult for the country, in short, the whole world. And people were obeying some of these protocols. And can you hit your chest and tell me that some of those facilities you provided are still there? Because I know that when you visit to some of the places, if you go to some of the markets, you may see the rubber there. There's no water inside. Are you sure these things are still there?
Ours was a kind of it was a unique model that UNICEF and OWASA provided.
Okay.
If you go to the State Secretary complex today, you still see them standing with all the blocks. If you go to Market Park, you see them standing. If you go to Port Harcourt City Council, Obiako, you go to Obibi Mandone, there are areas that these things were, and I speak to you, they are working perfectly.
Yes.
So we want to encourage corporate bodies, individuals to make sure that these things are provided in public places for people to use.
Okay, you have made your point that corporate bodies, individuals, government agencies, and other, they should provide washing hand facilities at their
strategic places.
Yes, at their offices.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's go to another one. Available statistics shows that 46 million Nigerians still practice open defecation. And there is another report too that rates Nigeria as number one in the world when we talk about open defecation. Nigeria is the first country in open defecation. How does this practice of open defecation promote or negate our effort in curbing the COVID-19 pandemic?
Thank you very much. This figure is even very low. As I speak to you, more than
46
yes,
million is low.
yes.
That's fantastic.
It's extremely very, very low. I want to give a point. As I speak today, India used to be number one in the world, but as of last year, the pattern had handed over to Nigeria, which is very shameful. That was why President Muhammad Buhari signed Order 009 and Vice President launched in Abuja last year, calling for a Nigerian project to eradicate open defecation in the country. As I speak to you, I am the state coordinator of Clean Nigeria in Rivers State. And we have coordinators all over the country. We have coordinators all over the several central local governments of the country. As I speak to you, we are recruiting youths, 100 youths in each of the local governments in the country to carry out sensitization advocacy on the need to eradicate open defecation in Nigeria. The federal government thought it twice to bring in this project because I don't see that India has handed over this battle to us. It's it's not unifying. As a country like Nigeria, we pride ourselves as a giant of Africa, the most populous black nation in the world, and yet we cannot provide toilet facilities in our in public places. Because if we provide toilet facilities in public places, people will not go to the bush, people will not go to the waterfront to carry out open defecation. So the truth of the matter is that the federal government, the state government, and some international agencies are out to make sure that we fight open defecation in Nigeria.
So meaning that from what you have said, meaning that the number I'm talking about 46 million, you say it may be more than that.
Going by the population of Nigeria,
yes, it may be more than that.
It may be more than that.
How do you think this affects the fight against COVID-19?
Good.
Because if about 40,
we are losing,
when about sanitation,
we are losing billions of naira yearly. People go to the hospital. The money that you're supposed to use to take care of our household problems goes to the hospital. And if you check very well, from January to December, you check how much will go to the hospital, they drop their life and all that. It's millions of naira. And at the same time, you're supposed to go to work to create wealth and all that, and you don't go to work. You know what that means? Yeah. Government is also losing. Yeah. So that is why we are fighting. We are saying that people should join hands in making sure that we fight this scourge of open defecation. People should learn to build toilets in their homes. People should learn to make sure that they have been made provision for toilet in all offices, marketplaces. The thing is even economic. Let me give you an example. You can build a private toilet even on your highway. People traveling, they can come here. They stop over, do easements, and they pay.
And pay small money.
And pay small money. So it's something that people don't even understand, that if you're going to such business, you make so much money. And you also create employment. If you have about 2 or 3 toilets built on the highway, there's no way you will not employ close to 10 to 20 persons when you want alternative. So that is what we are asking people to do.
Okay. So now, what are those good sanitation and hygiene practices or habits that you think the citizens should cultivate to mitigate against the spread of COVID-19? Those good habits, which you think we should?
First and foremost, washing of hands at critical times. As you leave the toilet, you wash your hands. As you finish breastfeeding your baby, or before you breastfeed your baby as a woman, you wash your hands. As you move from one office to the other, you have touched the doors. You don't know, someone who has COVID-19 must have also touched it. As you live there, you also wash your hands. Make sure that at every point in time, your hands are washed with regular water and soap. So by so doing, the battle against the pandemic will be won.
Okay, let's look at our comments. Some comments are coming in. We'll take some comments. I inform you that we'll take some comments and questions from our viewers. So let's look at some of them. From here, I have Abie Senebo. He said, "Anyway, River State, I hear you for your promptness to time. Keep it up. We'll try to keep it up. Thank you." Abie again. That reminds me the hand washing basin in our classes those days was not a running water. How can that actually wash off the virus? You know what I'm trying to say?
I understand.
That in those days in the school,
yes.
it's not a running water.
Now
you have the same thing.
No, now we have a running water.
Okay.
Why a running water?
So now it's different.
But then, as the world progresses, that is how we also we improve on what we are doing or that.
So again, we have improved. We are moving forward.
That's okay. Now, not running water.
Yes. Now we don't use hand washing basin again. We use running water. Leka Emeju, I commend the AOA for this weekly program, while also appealing to the government to provide COVID-19 prevention materials to schools. I've seen it. It means that from what this person is saying that some schools don't have.
You know what? Let me just take this one out from
Okay. Yeah.
As I speak to you, under the Rich Communication and Community Engagement program, we are reaching out to schools. We are being created this call in schools. We have also provided hand wash some detergents, soap, Izal to schools in River State, just to make sure that this fight is won. So we'll continue to do our best. Once there is fund, we'll make sure that we'll go around all the use and premise of the state in making sure that we supply these materials to schools.
Okay. Another one from Rosemary Abehat. Say, please permit me to use this medium to plead with the governor of River State to ensure that our schools in the rural areas get clean water and soap for regular hand washing to combat COVID-19 pandemic. This is an appeal to the River State government. And we know that schools we are provided. Maybe for what she's saying, some schools don't have. I'm sure they are listening to us.
Yeah, you go
around, monitor and see. Let it not be that some people have converted some of these washing hand facilities into their own. So appear again, say hand washing facilities should be provided at intervals on streets and public places, and to enhance the fight against the virus. You have said it.
I've said it.
They are provided in some places.
Yeah, in some places.
Maybe it's not enough. We need more.
We will improve.
You know, the public, like Oliver Christ, they will need more.
They need to positive of fund. So we are trying to see how we can.
It's okay. Chiwe Opara, how does open defecation relate to COVID-19? That's a question from Chiwe Opara. How does it relate?
I answered it here.
Yeah? Maybe here you can just put a little.
COVID-19, the relationship between COVID-19 and
open defecation.
And open defecation.
You're talking about hygiene.
I want to talk about hygiene, or she's talking about hygiene, or she's talking about. Let me get that question again.
He said, how does open defecation relate to COVID-19?
Well,
open defecation is
something that
unhygienic.
It's unhygienic.
Yes,
While that of COVID-19 is.
We want people to be hygienic.
Hygienic and it's a virus that people never knew how it came about. So I cannot stand here and tell you that.
So what we're saying that we have to avoid open defecation if we want to fight COVID-19.
Open
defecation
is hygiene. It's a dangerous thing, it's an unhygienic thing.
Yes.
You know, it's like somebody doing it open here. Before you fly with picture,
yes.
As fly purchase here now. After dancing on top, this fly will move from this place to another location and dance on somebody's food. And as you eat, what you get? Cholera.
Yes.
So that is what we're talking about.
Okay. Then another one. If ye are not choosing, government should ensure that safe and clean water supply. Government should ensure safe and clean water supply as well as other sanitation facilities are made available in our schools. We have discussed that. He said, if again, it is equally important to ensure and enforce compliance to all COVID-19 protocols. She is talking about enforcing, not just saying do this and people are not doing it. Talking about enforcement.
Yes, you see, Nigerians. The other day I was watching an ad. The task force in Abuja, they arrested people for not observing COVID-19 protocol, wearing this mask at all. So persons are saying, they have asthma, they have this. You know, Nigeria, they will come with so many excuses. Even if you want to help them to making sure that they don't contact this thing, they will come with so many things. Let me set an example. Nigeria, we are good in doing fire brigade approach. Look at the new legislation. This thing has been there since about 10 years ago. Nigeria still refuse to go. Now, just this time you go there, see not less than 20,000-30,000 persons crowded. And as they are crowded, they are spreading this COVID-19. So, Nigerians should learn how to start from the beginning and stop this crashing of this fire brigade approach and all that. It's not good for our system.
Okay. Let's go. Keep your comments coming. Let's go back to our question. So, without waiting for government, what responsibility do citizens have? Without waiting for government, we'll be talking about government provide this, government do this. We will also talk about what some of the things government have done, placing hand washing facilities and strategic places in the city. So these are all government efforts, and people are talking about government enforcing the COVID-19 protocols. Apart from all this, what responsibility do you think citizens should do? Because everybody is moving to government. Government do this, government do that. What do you think should be responsible for citizens? In the fact,
good. It's not only citizens, corporate bodies should also come. Corporate bodies. That is why under this Clean Nigeria project, that's what we call OSPOSH, organized private sector. They are collaborating with us. What is their need? They go to private individual companies, corporate bodies, and the rest of them to garner funds in making sure that this Clean Nigeria project is carried out without failing. As a good citizen of Nigeria, I will refer back to when we are in school these days. We are taught civics. What we are doing? Do things right. Do the right thing. Why are we not doing the right things now? Growing up, I know that if your father asks you not to move from this point to this point, you don't move. Why have we changed? Why have all that changed? In this country today, I don't need to tell you that if your hand within your neighborhood, you should be able to provide a hand washing facility within your neighborhood. You don't need to be coerced. You don't need to be forced. As a good citizen, you come, COVID-19, they say, my neighbors, I don't have anything to benefit. Let me just make this provision. If within your street alone, people come together, arrange for money, put things together, and provide like 2 or 3 or 4 washing facilities, hand facilities on that street, people will benefit. So I will urge our citizens, corporate bodies, individuals, wherever they are, they should come and make sure that they provide hand washing facilities in our areas, and that will go a long way to fight this battle.
And you are talking about corporate individuals. What about individuals? As a person,
I said it here. I say as a person, you are living in a neighborhood and you are hungry.
And we should not also live wait for government.
Wait for government
to force us to obey.
As an individual, you just provide a hand washing facility on your streets there.
Yeah.
People should actually they wash their hands and they go. You don't wait for government for everything.
Yes.
So that's why we talk about government. I say, who is the government? It's I and you.
Okay.
As government, as we have elected people, I agree. But that does not mean that you're not part of the government.
Okay.
So, in as much as we are giving you are there as an individual, see yourself as an individual, see yourself as a government. Because anything you provide, government will even know, say, who did this? They say, oh, Mr. This, Mr. That. Okay. So, as a citizen of this country, as a citizen of this state, we should, at every point in time, contribute our quota to the development of this state. Either whether it's COVID-19 or not COVID-19, there are other things that can move this state forward. There are other things we can do that can move this country forward.
So as long as government has a responsibility to us, we also have responsibility.
We owe a duty
to the state.
To the state.
Thank you very much. Let's look at this. We have been discussing about poor access to wash, what we call water, sanitation, and hygiene. And this remains a major challenge in Nigeria, contributing significantly to the high level of diarrhea and malaria-related deaths, especially among children. I understand where I'm going.
I understand where you're going.
So this thing, they contributed, apart from COVID, apart from COVID, you see that diarrhea and malaria kill a lot of children. And without water, good sanitation, and hygiene, this problem is getting worse every day. Because if there is no good sanitation, the mosquitoes will be there in the gutters waiting for the children. Not just the children are vulnerable more than the other ones. So with this thing now, without wash, we are the general manager of rural water supply and sanitation agency. So that's why I'm bringing this question to you. So how are we going to do it? How do you think what government should do in this direction? Provide these things so that diarrhea and malaria-related deaths will come down a little.
In fairness to its present administration, we have provided water, sanitation, and hygiene facilities in 2 NGOs of both and our local government under the Niger Delta Support Program. And as I speak to you, virtually all the communities in these 2 NGOs has access to water and sanitation. And the state government has also just signed an agreement with Hybrid for the provision of water in the 4 Ogoni LGs. So if that is done, 4 LGs will be taken care of, 2 LGs are already been taken care of, and the contractors are doing their water scheme. Has also started. And once that is done, water will run in all the news and communities of all the communities in Obiabo and Port Harcourt, LG. So state government is doing more in making sure that provision of water, sanitation, and hygiene is taken to the various LGs in the state.
Thank you very much. Let me check. Someone is trying to also join me to answer that question. Biggie Boy Williams is saying that keeping basic hygiene is the solution. Biggie Boy, that is so far how far we can go with your comments. Do you have any last word for the people? Because our time is up. Any last word for the people?
We have to keep.
In terms of advice or anything.
We have to keep basic sanitation. Keep our surroundings clean. Keep our homes clean. Because, like they said, that cleanliness is next to godliness. If you keep sanitary behavior, if we inculcate it in our children, you know that the children they learn fast. Yes. anything they teach them in school, they come back and they tell you, say, my auntie said, my teacher said. You'll be telling your children, say, no, my auntie said. That is why this orientation, these things should be taken to the schools. As they come back, they tell their parents that, look, my auntie said we should wash our hands at critical point. Our auntie said as we go to the toilet, we should wash our hands and all that. So my last one is that every citizen of this country should inculcate the habit of hand washing. And that is the only way we can eradicate diseases in our homes.
Thank you very much. That is how far we can go for today. Thank you for coming to our studio. I hope next time we invite you, you will also invite us to be around.
We're here to talk.
Thank you very much. To our viewers, special thanks to you all. It's been a wonderful time with you. This program will come your way next week, same time, same platform, with another interesting topic. To be part of this program, go to Facebook, search for NOA River State, and when you find it, click on the like button and you'll be streaming live with us. Always keep the date with us. And remember, COVID-19 is real, and the second wave is more dangerous than the first. When the COVID-19 vaccines arrive in Nigeria, take advantage and be vaccinated. It is safe. Take responsibility for your health. Remember, this is Valentine's season. Fall in love with Nigeria. Be patriotic. Be part of. Do your part as a citizen to ensure that Nigeria is safe from COVID-19. Obey all COVID-19 protocols and remain blessed. This program is brought to you by National Sanitation Agency, River State, Nigeria, with support from UNICEF. Bye for now. See you next week. Thank you very much.